Alright, so this is my run. For the chickens, it's obviously got a roof over the area. Can't remember, I think it's, I want to say about 20 by 16. They all went in for the night. This is a pretty cool thing because this door, they go in typically before it automatically goes, but it's solar panel. This close button, if I push it, goes down, and it'll go halfway up, then it'll go down. So that's pretty nice. Otherwise, it would wait until it got pretty dark and the chickens are already in there. So, all right, in my coop, I have windows. So these windows, I bought them from Amazon. They're actually reversed. This should be on the inside, but I flipped them. So I can actually pull these tabs and then oscillate this based on the temperature. It's pretty warm. So this has got a screen. It prevents bugs and ants and critters from getting in there. And then I also took an extra precaution. I put hardware cloth on the inside of it. I'll show you that in a second. Haven't had any problems with that though. This is all made out of Amish pine. We painted it. So here they are. Got a water here. This is all gravity fed, but she's very interested in what I'm doing here. She's very interested in what I'm doing. So it's up to here. When it gets down to about here, that's when we need to fill it up. But it's got a float in it, and this is great. Until it gets cold, and then we have a heated water. So right there is power. You feed an electrical cord all the way from there, all the way down, all the way over to here, and it makes it so they can have water during the winter. And she's obviously having eggs. She let me pet her. She's a good chicken. She's been this one, that one, and that one up there. They're all about a year and say 3 months old. All the other ones are really only about 3 or 4 months old. And I got a bunch of eggs in there I'm gonna grab. I got 1, 2, and 3 nesting boxes. They, as you can see, only use this one. I'm wondering when the other ones start laying, if they're gonna actually start using the other ones. We'll see what happens here. when they actually start laying. These ones here, they are not roosting yet, these little ones. I think I showed them in a couple other clips. Nope, nope, nope. Ah. Okay, now they're starting to fly out. So I gotta close that up. And they're easy to pick up, you know, when they want to be picked up. Come here. Come. See, when you actually get your hands on them, they decide to be picked up, as you can see. So here she goes. She's going back in. Nope, that one didn't like that. Nope, stay in. Alright, I wanted to show my coop a little bit more. And I had this little girl wanted to get out, and that's cool. So I showed you the water. It's right here. It's close to me so that I can open the cover up, put water in, and it's not too big of a deal as far as like getting actually water in there. That food, they typically don't need too much food. I free range these guys about 3 to 4 hours a day, so I don't need too much. I probably fill that thing up maybe once a week, so it's not much, and their food is pretty inexpensive. This is really the money maker. I got this off of somebody else on YouTube. I'm gonna close this door so they don't get out on me. Got this off of somebody else on YouTube, and this is an interesting idea to prevent too much cleaning. All right, you can see where they roost up on these bars here. This is where they poop during the night, and so it prevents them from pooping here. So I don't have to clean too often this material here. Maybe once every 6 months would be my guess. I clean this maybe once every month or so, maybe a little bit more depending on if you know, it needs it. But I'm probably gonna add another bar that goes from here to here for the additional chickens, but like I said, they're not roosting, so. Okay, a couple things that you probably have heard of on the internet that haven't been my experience. If you're gonna build a run, like I have, you can see it here. There's people on YouTube that say you gotta go down 6 inches, you gotta go down 2 feet, you gotta go down whatever. I actually only went down, it's about 3 inches, I would say. This is a 2x4 here, and I've had no problems all the way around. No problems, anything getting in, anything getting out. So I live in the country, and I have coyotes, I have fox, I have hawks, I have all kinds of things. Nothing's been a problem that far down to this point. This has been a year and a half or so I've had chickens, so keep that in mind. Another rumor is you gotta have a bunch of nesting boxes. I don't, like I said in the previous video, I have one box that they really use, so that's about it. Don't have to go too high. You don't have to make something like specific rafter to rafter. These right here will work, so keep that in mind. And she wants to go out real bad. I think the biggest thing is just make sure their water is clean and they have clean food, and you're gonna be fine. Alright, I said I would do a better video on the window. There's the window. You can see how I've got the hardware cloth. You know, nothing sophisticated. The other thing I have is 2 vents, one there and one there, and then we got 2 more here on the outside. I keep those open in the winter. I do have hardware cloth on the inside of both of them, just to make sure nothing gets in. You should do that. It probably makes a lot of sense, just to make sure no critters find their way in. These guys are very active tonight for no reason. Alright, my door system is very simple. This was only supposed to be temporary, but it's worked. So my 2 doors open up, and then they close like so, and then this just comes down, and that's it. So these can't open, nothing can get in. It's pretty tight down there. I just have basic hinge setups. Nothing sophisticated. Don't overthink it. There's a bunch of YouTube videos you can take a look at. You can't overthink it. This side of my coop, I got a window here. Like I said, the air blows this way right into the window. If it's cold, I'll close this window, but otherwise that's open. And this is the remainder of the run. The ramp, don't overthink that either. They can figure out a ramp no matter how vertical it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't overthink it. You don't have to overthink any of this if you're gonna have chickens. They don't try to get out, and basically nothing really tries to get in. So my coop, by the way, I have 11 chickens, and my coop is 6 by 8. Probably could get away with a 8 by 4 or maybe a 6 by 6, depending on what material you have. I have a tin roof. They've survived the full winter. As long as it's waterproof, windproof, you're gonna be fine. I did board and batten, but you don't have to go that sophisticated. You can do whatever you want. And they really want back out, but that's fine.